Well, I am personally experienced. In our childhood, there are not so many problems. Now India is faced with so many problems on account of imitating pregnancy. Not simply because of the increased population. There is no question of increased population. This is, I say always, this is foolish. That's foolish, yes. When you say increase of population, it is a proposal of foolish person. Someone who's foolish. No, anyway, there is just like the birds and the deer also increasing their population. Yes. You find one hole in the room, millions of ants will come up. So who is giving their food? There are millions of elephants in the forest. Who is giving their food? There are millions of billions. There are 8,400,000 species of life. Out of that, 8 million species are other than human. And 400,000 species, human beings, out of that, civilized persons are very few. And though all the problems are civilized, so-called civilized. And that's because you would say that we have the wrong... No, we are believers in God. Okay? So we know God is the original Father. He supplies maintenance for everyone. So there is no question of increasing population. If there is increase of population, God has enough resources to feed them. It is not the question of increasing population, but it is the question of demonic civilization. Well, I was going to ask you about civilization. Yes. I mean, that demonic civilization is creating what? Because the demonic... Not the increase of population. This is the problem. So perhaps that in America, in Africa, in Australia, there are so much vacant places that the present population of the world, if it is increased 10 times, still there is enough food. And you think there's enough food? There is enough provision. But we have made artificial division. This is America. The Americans, they went from Europe, they illegally occupied that place. Now they won't allow anyone to come there. Similarly, the Australians, they won't allow to come there. New Zealand, Africa. What? Our philosophy is everything belongs to God, and we are all sons of God. Everyone has got the right to live at the cost of God. This is our thing. The values of Western civilization have made that. Western civilization is created artificially. This is Africa, this is America, this is Europe. Therefore, that's made living as the children of God impossible. Yes, because the one son of God is not allowing the other son to come. And that he hasn't got the right to forgive. Just like your father has got 10 sons. So all the 10 sons have got the right to use the property of the father. That is law. Similarly, all the living entities, not only human beings, birds, animals, birds, beasts, everyone. This is called spiritual or transcendental community. According to Vedic civilization, a householder has to see that even a lizard in the room is not fasting to see whether it has got his food. Even there is a snake in the house. The householder is to see whether the snake has got his food. A householder would stand on the street and before taking his food, he will say loudly, if anyone is hungry, please come. Still I have got my food. And if there is no response, then he gets it.
That's a very difficult doctrine for many people in civilization.
Because that is civilized. That is civilization. Animal civilization is that one dog, as soon as this other dog is coming, go, why you are? Just like it. Here everywhere. The immigration department, how long is it? So many things. Why? Because that a human being is coming, basic civilization is, even one is enemy, if he comes to your home, you will see him as so friendly that you will forget that you are on him. That is, but it must be very difficult for you to... No, it is difficult because this civilization is demand. Just like India. India welcomes everyone. But the result was they occupy. Just you're English people. They are welcome. Lord Clive was welcome. But he insists to occupy India. And his statue is worshipped here. Because what is his credit? He made an insist, illegally enter India and make occupation. That is his credit. Yeah. And his worshipped. So that is just that's really what I was saying about you. You must find it difficult to the values of brotherhood in a society, a world, natural brotherhood. Just like in a family. Naturally, it's father has got sense and your brother. But one son is intriguing how to take the whole profit. Yes, that is going on. That is demanding. If every one of the father's sons thinks the father is one and father's property equally to be distributed. But now, one cunning son is simply intriguing how to occupy the whole estate for me. Yes. That is going on all over the world. How do you stop that? By Krishna consciousness. By Krishna consciousness. As soon as you are educated that God is one, Father is one, we are all sons, then the whole solution is made. Because there's no need for any one person to have more. Because there's no need for any one person to have any more than anybody else. No, God has given everything. Yes. God has given everything. But if one party becoming dynamically powerful, he occupies everything. The other suffer. Yes. But the difficulty is, and that's a very optimistic view of human nature. That is civilization. But no, that is not optimism, that is common civilization. Some people might say, who weren't perhaps convinced of you. Some people might demand. We are creating demand. By your education, we are creating demand. That demand has been frustrated, they are now becoming hippies. Yes, that is the position. Because everyone wants to enjoy. So, as soon as you cannot enjoy, there is some reaction. So, reject. Reject or reaction. Yes. Yes. Protest, rejection. So, before this protest and rejection and reaction, if the leaders of the society become cool-headed, that actually God is provider of everything. Everyone is son of God. So everything, property of God, must be enjoyed by everyone. This is the leaders only thing. Then everything is yours. There is no question of increase of population. There is enough food. In America has been so excessive force that they destroy. And they forbid, don't produce more. Why? produce more, distribute more. Yes. That is it.
Yes. I know you define that as civilization. It's just I was trying to suggest that some societies, and indeed some individual personalities, are avaricious seemingly by nature. How do you grasping, greedy by
That is a natural position.
How do you
It is a disease.
yes.
Disease. Lust and greediness. There are three qualities in the material world. One is called Sattvagun, one is called Rajagun, another is called Tamagun. Goodness. Rajagun is passion and Tamagun is dark. So at the present moment, these two gunas, qualities, darkness and passion, are present. Goodness gone. Goodness. And the darkness and passion, the symptoms are greediness and lust. People are being educated to become greedy and lust. Yes, like nobody is being educated to become good. And that's what. So what is the use of this actual university? If you are producing greedy and lusty people, then what is the use of education? Vidya dadati namata. Education means everyone should be gentleman. Yes. That is education. And if you produce lusty and greedy people, there is no, this is animalism. Yes. The animals are lusty and greedy. These people are talking of God and God.
What's your view of the predominant Western civilization?
This predominance is dwindling. What is your British Empire gone?
Yes, quite. But in fact, I was asking
So,
what
this is artificial. There was Roman Empire, there was Mughal Empire, there was Carthaginian Empire, there was Egyptian Empire, and Greek and so on. They come and go. And there is a song by Vaishnava. Pato Chaturana Mori Mori Jao. There are so many Brahmas come also and they die. So, these kind of inferior they will come and stay for 100 create some problems. There was Islam, there was Napoleon, there was this and that. So they will come and go. They come and go, create some disturbances and go.
Yes, but
Nobody will stay.
But they don't seem to be improving society. When they do come and go, society doesn't seem to improve on the way.
Improve cannot. If you remain demand, then there is no question of improvement. You must be prepared to become, there are two classes. One is called God or demigod, another is called human. If you continue your demonic civilization, there is no question of happiness. That Hitler will come and this will come, that will fight for some time, see some disturbance and so on, another Hitler will come, another will come, another will come.
There will always be unhappiness for most.
Yes. Our philosophy is you cannot be happy and prosperous in this demonic.
What about the Western religions like Christianity? That's been with us now for 2,000 years and doesn't seem to have helped people to become
I don't try to understand what is religion. Then we come to different types of religion means to understand God. We agree to that or not. So, this Christian religion is teaching to understand God and to become obedient to God. Then it is all right. If it is not teaching that, then it is this. Simply by chanting I am Christian, what is going on?
well, nothing. But
That is going on. Simply by chanting I am Hindu, I am Muslim, I am Christian. What's the game?
Well, I've never been able to understand what the game was either, but it does seem to happen.
That's right. Christian religion is good, provided the followers of the Christian are actually follow. But they are not following. They are not following. They're simply artificial, gambling, scientific. In a Christian religion, the first order is thou shalt not kill. But the Christians are very expert in killing. So we Christians are so very kill.
If they were Christian, they would know. I mean,
The first commandment is not Jesus Christ, that thou shalt not kill. Now, everyone is killing, and it still is Christian. So this kind of Christian religion or Hindu religion, what will be the benefit? If you don't follow, simply you stamp yourself that I am Christian, I am Hindu, I am Muslim. That is good. Nobody is Christian, nobody is Hindu, nobody is Muslim. Everyone is demon. Everyone is demon. That is our book. There is no Christian, there is no Hindu, there is no Muslim. That is our book.
Except people who have accepted the Krishna consciousness.
Krishna consciousness is not so easy. First of all, you are talking about the Christian religion. I say the Christian religion or Hindu religion or Muslim religion, there may be different religions. But what is the aim of religion? That is the religion. The aim of religion is to know God. If you profess some religion, but if I ask you what is God, if you cannot explain, then what is the use of your given religion?
Probably none. But people like to have, or seem to like to have, a religion.
They don't like God. They don't like God. As soon as somebody speaks of God, they say they are crazy. So actually there is no Christian, no Hindu, no Muslim, all demons. That's all.
How do you stop that?
Well, they become religious. If you are really Christian, then you are all right. But you are not Christian. Because you are violent. You honor suffering, you are not Christian. Yes. Now Jesus Christ sacrificed his life, and he says that he atoned for your sin, but you are not stopping your sinful life. And still you are claiming to be Christian. The fun is going on. Yes. Actually there is no Christian. Otherwise, Christian religion is very nice religion.
Yes. Yes. Do you think that you can help large numbers of people in this country understand that
I can help everyone, provided you take my help. If you refuse my help, how can I help you?
no, I'm merely suggesting that you
Yes,
don't want to.
what is I'm helping, I'm asking people to become God conscious. But if you refuse to become God conscious, how can I help you?
But to become God conscious, do you think they have to become a devotee of Krishna consciousness?
No, you become devotee of God. If you don't accept Krishna, then you have got some idea of God, yes, or not.
You could accept the idea of God in another manner than your church.
Suppose we are giving Krishna, presenting Krishna as God, and we are giving God's name, address, place, yes, yes, don't laugh. Serious, yes. If you refuse to accept Krishna as God, then you present your God. Give me his address, name, and occupation. Can you give me?
No.
Then you take from me.
Because
Whether if you do not know, then take it from me. And if you know better than me, give it to me. You do not know, if you will not accept, then what is the thing? That you don't want to know God.
No, probably
When I say, do you know what is God? You say no.
no.
When I present God, you say, why shall I accept? is your God.
Yes.
At least you have got some God. But you do not know what is God. So my position is better than.
Well, if you accept that, and again, it's a slight digression.
Now you have no idea of God. You cannot give name, address, occupation or not. I can.
Do you need to have a name, address, and an occupation for God?
Huh?
You need to have a name, and address, and occupation for God.
Yes, yes. Just like when you come, I ask you what you are, what is your name, what is your address, what is your occupation. This is the first introduction. If I do not know your name, address, occupation, then what is the use of person?
So I always, again, it's a very interesting concept because often in Western civilization God is defined more as an idea than as a something.
That is nonsense. God is fact. God is a person like you and me. You can talk with him, you can see him. That is God. Not idea. We are talking with Krishna. We are taking his instruction and abiding by his order. It is not an idea. It is fact. That is God.
That's a difficult thing for people.
Not difficult thing. You do not say it is difficult. If we accept, there is no difficulty. They are accepted. There is no difficulty. They are also belong to a certain country. They are happy. And ask them.
I'm not suggesting that they are. I'm only suggesting that.
And they will give you all information of God.
Yes, I'm not suggesting that they're not happy, nor that your followers aren't convinced that you're right.
So you
I'm only saying.
You can become also happy, you can know also God, providing care. You don't say that God can help.
What I'm suggesting is, and trying to is that for a large number of people,
Well, large number, when you pick up something good, you cannot accept many. Just like if you want to sell diamonds, you cannot expect that the whole population of England will purchase. When there is question of diamonds, the customer also must be very deep. Similarly, to understand God is also an easy job.
No.
Only the fortunate, tired, nice people can understand God.
and I want to say it's a work. Suppose they're trying to find.
But we are giving facilities to everyone to understand that. That is our reason.
But it does require a certain price for them to pay as individuals.
No price. Simply to become sincere.
To sincerely try.
Yes. If you are sincerely anxious to know God, there is no reason. There is no reason. But from Lula may come out. One must be very much anxious. But I must know God. Then God is revealed. There is no question of paying so much money. Our transaction in this system of success moment, there is no money. I did not pay anything to them, neither they are paying. It is a question of understanding.
Yes, and I'm suggesting that you were saying already that only people who are kind or gentle perhaps would find it easy to start. There are obviously, as you were saying, lots of people who are not so kind or gentle and presumably would find it more difficult.
No, they may not be gentle, but we are gentle. Please come to us and learn.
Yes.
They may not be gentle. We can create gentle, provided we follow it.
Is there one single
You got one question, okay? Now you can also know this is power.
Yes.
Talking of God.
One last question. Is there a single simple message that you could give to people who don't know anything about Krishna consciousness to help them to understand this? Is there one single,
Very simple. God is the provider. God is the enjoyer. If God is provider, he must be enjoyer. And God is the supreme Christ.
Thank you very much. How long you done?
If we simply understand this speaking, this is fact.
God is the provider.
God is the provider. God is the enjoyer. And God is the supreme Christ. Now analyze it. Now, you cannot say that you are the proprietor of this land. Nobody can say. If the land was there before your birth, and the land will remain there after your death. So, during your span of life, you are simply claiming this is mine. But before your birth, after your death, it belongs to somebody else. The supreme proprietor. And because he is the supreme proprietor, he is the supreme enjoyer. And as he is the supreme friend in this way, that he is giving all necessities of life to everyone. Nobody can be better friend than God. So these three things we will try to understand, that God is the proprietor, God is the supreme friend, and God is the supreme enjoyer. Then all problems solved.
May I come in and ask you for BBC Radio 4, just to tell me, in fact, what is the purpose of your visit to London?
To teach you these things, as just as talking with your friend, that God is proprietor, God is friend of everyone, and God is the supreme enjoyer.
I understand, in fact, that you are a pure devotee of Krishna. What does it mean?
Yes.
Can you tell me what it means?
Yes, devotee of Krishna, yes. Devotee of God.
But what is the extent of your purity?
What is it?
What do you mean by being pure? Does it mean that you have seen Krishna?
Yes, I sing every moment. And if you want to see, I can show you.
Please do.
Yes, but now it is not so easy. It is not so cheap that you want to see immediately, I can show you. You have to become student, like this. Very good.
I would have to become a member of the Krishna movement.
Not only member, student, like this. There are many members. They pay some money. But they are learning according to my way.
Can you tell me what is Krishna's consciousness?
But understood this thing or not. If you want to see God, you have to become a student like this. Are you prepared to that?
I haven't got the opportunity to become a
Then
student.
don't talk of seeing God. Don't talk of seeing God. God's thing is not so cheap. You talk about seeing God. If you want to see God, then you have become a student how to see God.
Can't I see God by becoming a Christian?
Yes, that I was student. But if you are true Christian, you will see God. At least true Christian, let me see first of all.
Have you got a particular mission for London?
I have particular mission for the whole world. Why London? London is included in the world.
What is that mission?
That mission to make you understand what is God.
What?
You cannot say what is God. If I ask you, can you say what is God?
I can't.
Huh?
Can you?
Therefore you have to learn.
Can you say what
Yes,
is God?
yes. Yes, therefore you have to become student.
Tell me what is God?
Last time you become student. Otherwise you will not be understand. I say God is the supreme enjoyer. God is the supreme proprietor. That I already told. Can you understand this? Can you refute this, that God is not the supreme proprietor?
What sort of people do you want?
Now, why you are going on it? The talking once you are going on it.
I have to do, I'm afraid.
No. Then I cannot waste my time. You question one thing, make a solution.
What sort of people do you want to become students?
Tell him. Bhagavan.
We want everyone to become a student. No one has a good understanding of what is God.
I can't get this on the microphone. I read somewhere.
You can take in a session from the students who are actually trying to understand God.
I read somewhere that possibly you wanted to convert people who were politicians and businessmen. Why?
Who says? Why you have got this idea that I am trying to convert politicians?
Well, I read it somewhere.
Where?
In a newspaper.
Where is the newspaper? This is not a fact. You are telling something which is not a fact.
You want to convert everyone?
Yes. Everyone requires to understand God. Why politicians and newspaper no? Everyone. God is for everyone. Everyone, because the human life is meant for understanding God. Why politicians and businessmen? Without knowing God, he cannot be happy. Whatever he may.
Do you think if people had a deeper understanding of God,
Then he will be happy.
a spiritual consciousness,
Yes, then he will be happy.
do you think it would solve the problems that
All
exist?
yes, all yes, that's it.
Which problems?
All problems. Whatever problems are there. Social, political, religious, cultural, everything.
The problems that exist in Ireland and in India?
Yes, everything. If you simply give education to understand what is God, then all problems will.
What about yourself? How long have you had this understanding and awareness of God?
How long was it? I am with this understanding from my birth. My father was God conscious. He taught me how to become God conscious.
And you are in fact the spiritual leader of these students. What does that mean?
Because I want to teach them what is God. Everyone is very sad. In God, I can teach them.
How long does it take?
It takes 1 second.
Well, can we do it?
Yes. You accept, surrender to God, then you become God conscious.
And what happens to me then?
Then you become happy. And in Bhagavad Gita says that God says that you surrender unto me, I give you protection from all sinful reactions. That is the statement of God. So if you surrender to Krishna or God, the God so long I was forgotten about you. Now I surrender unto you, you do whatever you like. Everything well.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
This representing the fact that everything belongs to God. God is the supreme friend, and God is the maintainer of it, and He is the supreme enjoyer. These three things, if we understand, then the whole problem is solved. Now, I say that God is the provider. Now you refute those who will not accept that God is not able to handle that. This requires discussion. How you become disciple? Bhagavad Gita says, God says, Vokaram Jatavattam, Sarvarupa Maheshwaram. I am not manufacturing this. It is stated in the Shastra. God is the supreme enjoyer. He is the proprietor, he should be enjoyed. Just like here, if I am the proprietor of a factory, so the profit should come to me. Similarly, if God is the proprietor of everything, then we cannot enjoy anything without the sanction of God. We therefore eat prasadam. We know that the fruit, flowers, or grains, or leaves, whatever we are offering, Krishna. Krishna has given us. You cannot manufacture these things, like oranges in factory. You cannot manufacture rice or wheat. Actually, God has given. That is God conscious. Anything. Even those who are eating animals, they cannot manufacture animals in factory. That is what God sees. So in the Vedas it is said, Eko Bahunam Vidodhati Kavan, that one supreme living being is supplying food or necessities of life to all living beings. That's the fact. He is the maintainer. He is the giver of food. We are simply held. That's everything, even this house, your car, everything. The material ingredients are supplied by God. This intelligence is also given by God. So, by God given intelligence, by God given ingredients, you are preparing something and you are claiming that it is mine. Well, suppose if I give somebody intelligence and make this table like this, I give ingredients, I give him money, then after when the table is manufactured, if the carpenter says it is mine, is that proper? Yeah, I have given you money, I have given you the wood, I have given you the intelligence, I am maintaining, how it becomes to you? So this is going on. Everything God, and we are claiming mine. Ahamamameti janasya mohoya. This is called illusion. I am not the proprietor, but I am thinker. This is what. So Krishna consciousness means to remove this illusion to accept the real fact. That Krishna consciousness is nothing that it is something manufactured. To come to your real position. Just like a madman has got to some consciousness, he's thinking so many crazy ways. That sort of consciousness is not helpful. If we actually come to Krishna consciousness, then we are conscious.